Hi guys, Rich Pasini here. Today I want to go over my sales so far for the month of January, and I want to share some brief news with you guys and talk about eBay's return policy. So if you could stick around, that's coming up. Thanks. Okay, so far for the month of January, it hasn't been too bad for me. Can't complain. Well, I could not. I can't complain. It's been pretty good. I know we got, looking at my calendar over here, according to this, my calendar says 31 days in January, so we still got some more time to make some sales. But in the meantime, I just want to share the sales I have, and then I want to just go through a couple, do a little brief news with you guys, and go over some eBay, returns and stuff like that, return information. So without further ado, let's get started here. As you can see here, I've been selling quite a few Keurig stuff and some Farberware pots. They seem to be pretty decent for me. I can't complain. But this one here, I was asking $29.99 for it, and that's what I got. And mind you, a lot of the items I do sell, folks, if you ever do check out my listings, I don't offer free shipping because technically it's not really free shipping. You kind of like paid it in the price, you know what I'm saying? I feel that by me doing it this way, to be honest with you, a buyer could get a better deal as opposed to a set price. Because first off, I'm offering it with best offer, and if a person makes a best offer, therefore they could save a lot of money. And like I said, the postage is going to still come out to be the same. It kind of works out to be the same, but in most cases, if they do it that way, if I do it, which I do with best offer, I still think the buyer can get a better deal off it. That's the way I feel. But anyway, so I don't really offer free shipping. Like I said, again, as we all know, it's always paid in the price. And sometimes the prices I get, even with the best offers in some cases, they're still getting a good deal, and they're cheap enough. For example, look at this vest over here. Now, let's go with the Farberware pot first. I was asking, like I said again, $29.99, and that's what I got for it. This here was priced at $9.99 with the best offer. And sometimes, I guess the buyers in some cases will feel, hey, it's cheap enough. How much more cheaper do I want to get it, right? So this went out. Like I said, this sold for $9.99. Here's a Panasonic portable CD player. A lot of this stuff went out this morning because of the holiday. I had stuff packed up and I had to drop it off at the post office this morning, first thing in the morning. I told the buyers, and that's another thing, guys. For those of you out there who are, sellers, well, the experienced sellers notice here, it's not rocket science, but whenever holidays come up or they're going to be coming up, you might want to just throw a little memo out there to your buyers on your invoice stating that this item will be going out. Like, let's say a holiday's come out, like for example, Martin Luther King's Day was Monday, and I wanted to, a person made a purchase on a Friday or whatever, or over the weekend, and I would just put in the invoice when I'm just getting ready to send them the invoice that please be aware that due to the holiday, your item will not be shipped. It'll be shipped out, because the postal service is closed, so you may be getting a little delay in shipping, something along that line there. Just to give them a little heads up. You don't have to do it, but I do, So you might just want to keep that in mind. But for the most part, is in regards to sales, getting back to sales, I don't have too many, I do accept best offers. But like I said, the items I noticed that are cheap enough, people are giving me the prices I want, like this portable Panasonic portable CD player. I was asking $17.99 for it. That's what I got, And I offer free returns on everything, folks, just to let you guys know. So if you, check it, if you want to look at my stuff, I always tell people before you make any purchases from me, you're looking at my eBay listings, look at the feedback and see what other people are saying about my services before you make a purchase, and let that be that'll be a buying decision for you as to if you want to buy from me or not, But I do offer 100% money back guarantee, 30 days return, free returns, and that's basically it. So let's keep continuing over here. Now I want to say one thing in regards to this TV. This TV is not sold. Okay, I don't know. I talked to the teammates a long time ago from eBay, and I said, why is it when an item is not sold, like let's say someone did make a purchase for example, I'll tell you why this ended up over here. A buyer from out of state, this is like the third time a buyer from out of state put in a purchase for this here, for a local pickup. One was in Ohio, one was in Pennsylvania, and I think one was in Florida. For this TV. They don't read the descriptions, and that's the problem. I put it in there in red lettering. Please note, this is for a local pickup in the New York area. If you want this item, I'll sell it to you for that price, even with the best offer. But it's got to be picked up in New York. 3 times, and 3 times I had to tell the seller, the buyer, the potential buyer, that I had to cancel the order. And I said, you live in Florida. This is for a local pickup. And eBay's aware of that there. I haven't got any defects from it. I called them up and let them know about that. I said, look, I'm getting, I'm getting people, potential buyers putting in bids for these things here, and they don't read the description. It's for a local pickup, but they live in all different parts of the states, So I don't know what else I could do, folks. I mean, I did a video a long time ago about buyers not reading the description, and a lot of them don't. That's the problem. A lot of them don't read the descriptions, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but when I look at something, when I'm getting ready to buy something, I look at everything verbatim. Okay, I read everything verbatim. I want to make sure what's in that description is what I'm getting. Okay, so I want to make sure nothing's left out. I want to make sure everything's good, copacetic, prior to buying that thing. But there are people out there that do not read the descriptions, and that didn't sell. Just to let you guys know. Why didn't eBay take it off? I don't know. They didn't. I'm not going to contact them again. I already contacted them on the phone. I sent them a message before. I don't know. Maybe one day they'll change it. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep moving right along. So that is not sold, the Olivia. That is still available for a local pickup in New York. This one here, the Keurig, the B31 mini coffee maker. This person who bought this here bought 2 of them. Okay? I don't care. I'm sharing it with you. I put it for $24.99. She made a best offer of $20 for both of them, and I accepted them, as you could see. And one is going to, the only thing is, one's going, I think she's buying one for a relative. One's going to her residence, and the other one's going to a P.O. box. So this one, I think this one here was shipped out this morning, and I already notified the buyer. I said, because they purchased, I think, on Sunday, and I told them, your item will not be going out till Tuesday morning. So, but this buyer, purchased both of them, a day apart. Actually, it was a day apart. She bought this one, I think, on Saturday, and this one she bought on Sunday. And okay, she goes, would you do the same price for the other? I said, yeah, why not? So, yeah, these sold, and they paid for the shipping and handling, as you can see here. This little thing here, a lot of two Wizard of Oz, Wizard of Oz here. What is it? I don't know, the tin lion, the lion, and I guess the wizard. I was asking $9.99 for it. That's what I got for it, and they, like I said again, they paid for the shipping on it. This here went out. This person offered me. I had it for $7.99. This has been sitting around for quite some time. I took $5 for it. The guy offered me $5. I took it. They paid the shipping on it. Matter of fact, this was going. I think this was in New York. It was I think it took a day to get there. Person wrote on there, left me a nice feedback. Loved the item, blah, blah, blah. Item as described and whatever. Excuse me. And this one here is another Keurig B31. I was asking $24.99 for it. That's what I got. Here's a nice Logitech K360 advanced wireless compact keyboard with the USB dongle. I was asking $9.99 for it. I could have asked for more money for this here. It was really clean and nice. It was a nice unit. Keyboard, I should say. What I liked about it, I was using it, testing it out. I always test my keyboards out, electronic stuff. And I was testing out my laptop. I felt it was more, to me, it was pretty good for a laptop. You can use it as a desktop as well, but what I liked about it was small, pretty slim. It was like small, not too big, not too long, and it was perpendicular with my laptop. In other words, the length of my laptop, that's the length of that there. It wasn't oblong like this one here, like the keyboard I have here. This is big. This would be big for my keyboard, for my laptop. But that was nice, light, compact, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I asked $9.99 for it. That's sold. This thing I had to see it for the longest time. I think the person offered me $4 for it or something like that, either $3 or $4. I took it. I said, let me get at it. It's brand new. It was the Island Brown Expandable Dream Bracelet by Harry Henslett, and it did have the tag on there, so you at that. This here is another thing I had for a BlackBerry Charge. I can't tell you how long I had this thing. I was asking $4.99 for it. That's what I got, $4.99. Here's another Keurig. The Keurig K-Cup coffee maker, model B30. They come in different models, K10, B30, B31s. And I think they also have another one, but I can't remember that model number. This was going for $24.99. That's what I got. Genuine. I have 2 of these here. I don't know if the other one's sold. I think I think somebody's watching it right now. Excuse me, folks. Got a dry cough over here. Yeah, I think I got two of these. I don't know if the other one sold. Genuine Microsoft Xbox 360 wireless controller. I was asking $24.99 with it for it, and that's what I got. Here's a vintage tan mink stole wrap. This thing here, I sold it. They offer, I think, 17 or 15 or 17 for it. I took it because, like I said, when you looked at the pictures, it was falling apart. It's pretty vintage. This thing was probably purchased back, if I had to take a guess, maybe in the late 60s, 70s, and some of the material was coming off. But I put in the description, a person can either fix it or they can make other things with it. Maybe use it for collar trims, whatever, or whatever. You could do whatever you want with it. You could take it apart. The fur on there was pretty good. It is mink. It is definitely mink sole. Yeah, I think it was something like that. I think it was either 15 or 17 or something like that. Anyway, I took it. Here's another Keurig. Not the same person, by the way. This one here is the B31 mini coffee one. This one here, I think I accepted $20 for it or something. Maybe it might have been $20 or $22, something like that. It wasn't the same person, by the way, just to let you know. Yeah, and I took the best offer on it there. I think it wasn't like that there. This was definitely not $20. It was probably like 22 or something like that. And I accepted the offer. Here's the same thing. Well, this is the B31. It's the K10, I was telling you. The same identical models. I don't know. There's not really much of a change to them. I was asking $24.99 for it. That's what I got. This one here is from a repeat buyer. The wooden turtle. No, I'm thinking of the turtle lamp. I'm sorry. I sold the turtle lamp a while back, and the person bought it. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, with this one here, I think the same person bought this one too. One was a turtle lamp, and I think there's the same person who bought this. I can't swear to it, but it's definitely a repeat buyer. And by the way, if you're watching my videos, thank you. Yes, the wooden turtle, hand carved there, was really nice. I was asking $99 for it. They offered me, I think, $7 for this. I took it. Here's another B31, Keurig B31 model. This one I think I accepted this one I think went for $20. I took, I think, 20 on this one here. You can see a lot of Keurigs, right? So now I'm going to make sure I stay in the month of January. I don't want to go through too much in this here. Here's the Rocket Sock and Blue Bomber Red Rocker Bach, whatever, replacement robots. They were asking $7.99. That's what I got for it. Here's a Carlton Cards Heirloom Lucille Ball. I love Lucy. Hula Christmas ornament. I was asking $7.99 for it. They offered me $5. I took it. I want to get out of here. All right. Here's another Keurig B31. This was probably around the same price range. I think I accepted $20 on this one as well. Nice Keurig machine. Okay. Same thing. That was the best offer. This one here was the little Samsung, not Samsung. I know it sounds like Samsung Go Mic portable USB condenser. Tested that thing, worked great. I really did. I mean, I was going to think of keeping it for myself, but I said I got my Blue Yeti mic here. I mean, mics I'm going to have, right? I was asking $29.99 for it, and that's what I got, $29.99. Here's Donald Trump's signature collection shirt. I'm not going to be dealing with shirts anymore, not for any particular reason, but I think the person offered me $7 for it. I took it. Got out, really big shirt. It wasn't mine. It was brand new. It had tags on it. So we got rid of that. And I think the couple more for January. Yeah, I think that's about it. We got one handset for AT&T. This is the replacement one. I asked $19.99 for it. That's what I got. And I had my last Harmonix rock band guitar. This one here was going for $29.99. That's what I was asked for it, and that's what I got. There was the wired ones. I think people like the wired the Xbox 360. I can't swear to it, but they seem to be, when I come across these here, people seem to like those a lot better than the regular wireless ones. That's what I'm just saying myself. But we end up. I'm glad it sold though. That was the last one I had. I'm glad it sold. Here's another. This one here. This is going for December. We're not going to go to December because I don't want to take too much of your time. Anyway, as you can see, another Keurig there, right? A red one. So yeah, that's it. That's for January. So far, like I said, it's the 19th today, so we'll see what happens. I mean, there are people watching the merchandise I have. So, and if you guys want to check it really quick, I could show you my store really quick here while I got it, and then we're just going to go bounce around. I want to share some other information with you guys if I can get this to work here. How come it's not going on? I'll show you what I have left here if you really want to check out. I haven't been buying a lot of stuff. Why isn't this working here? Did my mouse die on me? No, the mouse is there. I want to show you the store here really quick. Let's see if I can get back over here. I don't know what happened. I can get to that window. I don't know. My computer's been really acting up lately. I know people might say, maybe it's time for a new computer. No, I ain't buying no computers. Oh, I'm keeping my computer. I'm not going to go buy a new one. I'm not buying no computers. Did they close my store? I know I paid my bill. No. Let's see over here, gallery view. Yeah, this is what I have right now. What's on eBay right now? I think it's 142 items. I'm a small volume seller, by the way, folks. Just so that you guys know, I don't sell thousands upon thousands of items. There are people out there that have thousands of items. I don't have that many things. Basically, what you see here is what I have. Some items may be getting purged in time to come, meaning I'm going to be just taking them offline and I'm going to donate them to my local church or donate to my thrift store. But there are going to be some purges coming up. Not now. So I don't want nobody to think, oh, he's going to maybe, because you might find something he might be interested in, and you might think I'm going to be purging it. No, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But I just want to show you some of the stuff I have. But purges will be coming eventually. I can't say when. I'm not going to put a timestamp on it. But this is what I got so far. And if you men or women out there see stuff that you like, please don't hesitate to put a bid in for, not a bid, actually make a best offer. Keep it reasonable though, folks, because I think I charge the prices are somewhat cheap. I mean, if we go any lower than that at this stage of games, I might as well just give it away. But people might say, well, if you're gonna, if you're not happy with the prices being so low, then why don't you bump them up and leave it at that? But I don't know. I mean, I just want to unload this stuff as quick as I can. I definitely want to buy more new stuff. Well, add to it, But I don't want to keep inundating myself with too much merchandise if it's not moving, But as you can see here, like I said again, if you do see anything you like, make best offers. The cheap ones, like for $4.99, looking over here, I would hope to get that price. Most likely, I would think I would. I don't have much here. I got another window to open up here, and I'm just, like I said, just sharing this stuff with you guys. Maybe you may be interested, maybe you're not. I don't know, but I figured I'd throw it out there. And I think this is the last of it. So if you do see anything that you like here, like I said again, please don't hesitate to make a best offer. All right, so we're gonna bump out of this screen here. I showed you what I did for my sales for January, and now I want to share some stuff with you guys here. Just a little brief news. I got another window open up here. Basically the same thing. It goes on to say this story here, and I don't read everything verbatim. For those who follow me, they know the drill. But for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give the URLs where I get the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. Also, I always encourage people to go directly to the websites. No, I do not have any affiliate links, so if you go there, I am not getting a kickback. If I was getting a kickback, I would let you guys know. I would tell you right up front, be upfront and honest, and say, if you go to this website, I'm going to get a kickback. I'm not. Okay, I didn't even know about this one. These are new, the ones I'm putting up here. This one here is from Video Games Chronicle. I'm sorry, I can't talk today, right? .com. So it'd be www.videogameschronicle.com. And I always like to throw the dates out there so you know that this is current information. This came out January 18th, 2021. It says eBay says it's targeting users attempting to sell empty PS5 boxes. Some listings are completed for over $1,000, but the site claims payment was not made. All right. First off, that's crazy. I would never even think of doing something like that. Unless you want to get kicked off of eBay, do something like this. I mean, and you know what? If people do get their account suspended or they do get kicked off of eBay for doing stuff like this here, you can't blame eBay. You can't complain and say, oh, they're this, that, and the other thing. Hey, I would do the same thing if I was if I was working at eBay. Someone's going to sell boxes like that? That's not right. But anyway, they put open box, winning bid of $1,300. They had 50 bids on it. Crazy. So then it goes on to say, auction site eBay says it's targeting users attempted to sell their empty PlayStation 5 boxes and significantly sums of money. Many resellers had attempted to cash in the huge demand for the next generation console, right? That's next gen means next generation, by listing their empty boxes for auction, either in a deliberate attempt to scam purchases and catering to the niche market, parents looking Parents looking to prank their kid. Well, we're not going to do that there. I'm not going to click that act. That's an active hyperlink. It says, according to eBay listings for empty boxes and photos, items do not comply with the no items listing policy and will be removed, as sellers are not allowed to misrepresent what they are listing for sale on an auction site. However, despite eBay's claims it is targeting those selling empty box, next-gen box consoles, at the time of publishing, several such listings were up for sale. And then it goes on to say, I'm not going to read the whole thing. To date, multiple auctions for empty PS5 boxes have completed at over $1,000. However, eBay claimed in a statement issued to Snopes that these listings were never paid for, and at least one such item shows a winning bid, claiming they were scammed in the seller's feedback. Look, I understand. I'm not one to buy items and up the price on it, because I don't think that's right. Here's what we talk about when I was talking to family members about this. Now, I believe they go retail. I don't have a PS game. I'm not really into gaming. I don't have the time for it anyway. The unit, from what I understand, goes for $500. Now, if I was going to, which I won't, I don't mind people capitalize over things, but if I was to buy something like that for $500, I would probably ante it up to maybe $100, $150. That's about it. Because, folks, these people that are getting these things and sell for ridiculous prices like that, that's crazy. And not only that, this was going on prior to Christmas, from what I understand. Now, if a kid, son or daughter, wants a game like that, and if a person like me, I consider myself very frugal, I'm a very conservative spender, I buy things out of necessity. But suppose I wanted to buy something like that for my son or daughter. Oh, Daddy, I like to get the PS5. And I go on eBay. First off, you can't get them in the stores. Target, I think, was at them. Walmart was at them. And let's say I went on eBay, and I'm looking for that PS5 game. Do you honestly think I'm going to spend $1,300? Well, that's for an empty box, but I'm just saying. But they were selling for crazy price. That kind of money for a PS5 game that goes for $500? No, that's not going to happen. But by people doing that, it stifles other people who want to buy these things as gifts because it's so expensive. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can understand you say, people want to make a little profit off it. Like I said, for me, if I bought one, I would probably sell it for $650. You pay $500 for it, you sell for $650, you make $150 off, but not to charge over $1,000 or $1,300. That's crazy. But this is what we got going on, and I gave the URL to that, and there was another one over here. This is PlayStationLifestyle.net. Just to give you a URL in case you want to read it. Same thing. eBay claims it has been removing fraudulent PS5 listings. So I'm not going to get into that because we already talked about it in the prior one. But if you guys want to read up on it, the URL is www.playstationlifestyle.net. All right, let's bump out of here. And I was reading on the eBay community chat board in regards to buyer remorse and people returning things. Do you know, from what I understand from reading on these sites, and these other, I got some other windows open up here, that even if you put no returns because of eBay's money-back guarantee, the buyer is still going to get a refund? I'm not kidding you. It sounds crazy, but it's true. This one here, let's just expand. Let me just talk about this here. Expel a little on this here. Expand. I should say expel. Expand on this here. A person wrote back. Now this is going back in 2014, and you can read this on the eBay community chat. This is like nothing new here. It's not like I'm talking about anything private here. It goes back over here to say, experience a couple buyer went to return an item under buyer remorse, but as soon as they but as soon as they know that they're going to pay for the return shipping, they suddenly found some minor damage and file item not as described case against me. It goes on to say, I list all my items with detailed pictures, exact descriptions. Is there any way to beat the SNAD case? Now, SNAD case, for understand, the acronym for SNAD is, according to the, over here, I'll show you. It says significantly not as described. Okay? And it says, believe me, that I like to read underneath. It goes, believe me or don't. If a buyer files a snag case significantly not as described, the seller gets a defect score simply because the case was open. So what I'm trying to share this information with you guys is to become a better seller, you do the best you can. Okay, I mean, when it comes to your descriptions, be very definitive in there. I said it before in my videos. When I'm getting ready to sell something, I will look that thing over with a fine-tooth comb. Like, for example, this Logitech mouse, right? It's wireless. It's the laser mouse. I don't know the model number here. I can't see right. I got glasses, but the print is really super small. But it's a Logitech mouse. I would go over this thing with a fine-tooth comb. Okay? I mean, I would put if it had a flaw on it, if it's got a scratch, it's got a chip on it, whatever it may be. I will list that detail in the description. Okay. Now, some of my descriptions, people may say, I see descriptions, but they're not that detailed. Well, for example, when I'm selling a Keurig coffee maker, I'll put in there, the coffee maker is a nice clean condition, which it is. It'll have minor scuff marks on it. And I'll use a little pointer in some cases, like that one of the gray ones there I sold. I have it where I pointed it out. I have a little red pointer, which actually is a red coffee stir, and pointing to the faults in there. If it's got blemishes, paint missing, stuff like that, I will be descriptive that way. And I'll also note it in the description, please see photos. And I also put in there, prior to buying it, please, before you make any purchases, please keep that in mind, talking about the damages or some things that the flaws that might have that item might have. So I feel I'm covering myself with that. But that's what I said. You got to look at my feedback. If you ever decide to buy anything from me, look at the feedback. Look at what other people are saying. I'm not saying it's an impossible thing that, there's going to be a time where you're going to have that one buyer. And I talked about this. I believe I talked about this here. I don't know if it was a couple of videos back. I recently did get, take these glasses off. I recently did get a negative feedback. And I had it removed probably within a day or two, maybe 2 days. And what happened was the person bought a Keurig coffee maker off of me. And I'm sharing a story with you guys really quick. I'll try to make it quick. Anyway, the buyer bought this item from me. He bought this Keurig coffee maker, which was in nice, clean condition. It was. I mean, I'm not saying they're flawless, but really nice, clean condition. Okay? He buys it in November. And I get a negative feedback in January. January 6th is when he filed the, he gave me a negative feedback. And his excuse was, I got a refurbished coffee maker, and instead of brewing, it leaked. Instead of brewing coffee, it leaked, something like that. Now, folks, I sold what I showed you there in my sold listings. That's nothing. I sold a lot of those. I'm not saying I sell hundreds of them or thousands of them, but I sold a lot of Keurig coffee makers. Those things are tested over and over again. First, they're cleaned up, thoroughly cleaned up, and they're tested over and over again. And before they go out, they're tested. Prior to putting them up on eBay, they're tested. And furthermore, the buyer made a wrong statement there, saying it was a refurbished. I don't sell refurbished coffee makers. These are pre-owned. They're not my personal ones. They're pre-owned. And when the buyer said that there, I put it in the note because I contacted first. With eBay, when a person leaves you negative feedback, you could appeal it or you could send them a feedback request to the buyer, and they'll have 10 days to respond to it or decline it. I sent the buyer 2 of those, requests, and I sent them a message asking if there's anything I could do to make this person happy. And that was the message. So I sent 2 feedback removals and 1 message. And then I seen on the transaction detail sheets I print out from PayPal, he had his phone number there. So I called him up on my phone, a little hesitant and reluctant at the time. And I talked to the guy, and I said, "Are you so-and-so?" He's like, "Yes, that'd be me." And I said, "Look," I just want to say, my name is Rich Pasini from Shop RJ Pasini for Great Deals. I noticed you left me a negative feedback on your Keurig maker, coffee maker. I said, I wanted to find out if there's anything I could do to make you 100% happy You could send it back. Now, I didn't have to, because he made this purchase in November, and he gave me negative feedback in January 6th of this year. So technically, I didn't have to get the money. I said, if you want, I'll refund. He goes, no. He goes, I don't want the money. He goes, that's okay. And I asked him, I said, well, would it be possible you could maybe remove the feedback? I said, no, I'll make it up to you somehow like that, And he said, I'll take care of it. That's all he said was exact words. I'll take care of it. So a day go by, a couple of days, I think it was 2 days. And I said to myself, I thought about it. I went to, that's what happened. That's how I found out about it when I pulled this paperwork, and I looked at the date it was purchased, the date it was shipped out. And then I said, wait a minute. This guy had this thing over a month. He bought it back in November, and now January 6th, he leaves a negative feedback saying the thing is leaking. I don't know about you folks, but let me put it this way. When I buy something from eBay, especially if it's pre-owned and it's something along that line, electronic, I'm going to test that thing the minute it comes in the door. Okay, right from the day it's delivered, it's going to get tested. So why did this buyer decide over a month to leave a negative feedback is beyond me. I don't know. All I do know is, he could have let me know, and prior to leaving negative feedback, he could have contacted me first. I put in my descriptions, and I put in there, please note before leaving negative feedback, please contact me. Again, buyers don't read a description. He probably didn't see it. Maybe he did or ignored it, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I reached out to eBay's teammate, customer service, and I explained myself in great detail how it went about it, what the guy said, how long was it purchased, and then that I got it over a month ago, for this month. And I explained it to them. And I said, okay, we'll see what happens. One day goes by. I don't hear anything. I thought maybe I'll get a response. I was like, oh, maybe it'll be, maybe we'll do it quick. The next day, I get a message from eBay saying, congratulate, or good news, not congratulations, good news, we were able to remove the negative feedback. The person who did it, I don't know if they watch my videos, but you know who you are. I'm not going to mention names. I just want to say again, thank you for helping me out with this, because for the most part, folks, getting negative feedbacks removed from eBay, I've been reading on there because I was really upset over it. And I've been on eBay for over 20 years. So I was really upset over it. And I used to read stories on there that when people get feedbacks, they're not that easy to come off. eBay is not that, is pretty reluctant on removing the negative feedback. What happens is, though, just in case you want to know, if you get defects for late shipments or whatever it may be, and if you get negative feedbacks, it's a 12-month period. And the way they do it, the way I was told by the eBay teammate, is that, let's say today is January 19th, and God forbid I got a negative feedback, it won't come off till January 19th of 2022. It's 1 year from the date it was posted, they left the negative feedback. Okay? That's their rules. Now, I don't want to expand too much on that. I know I went to that story a little too long. Anyway, so if you ever hear that word, that terminology used, SNAD, that's what it is. Significantly not as described. Then you got INAD, item not as described. So I don't know if this is something they made up or whatever, but I looked it up, as you can see on Google. That's the information I got. And then with that, I also wanted to, what do I got over here? Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. I just wanted to share the websites. So then I have over here, if a person, you ever see when you go in ads and people put returns, no returns, all sales final, those things. Well, according to this, that you're going to return, that buyer's going to get their money according to this. Now, I'm only going by what I read here, okay? And I'm sharing it with you guys. It goes on to say here, again, what is eBay's return policy? And we're going to get to that in a second. But it goes away, do eBay sellers have to accept returns? And when you pull down the menu, just to show you really quick, so I'm not driving here giving you stories, you hit the arrow, it'll say, if a purchase is covered by the eBay money-back guarantee policy, you'll have to accept the return. Even if you have no returns policy, when a buyer opens a return request, we'll notify you by email to registered email address and through eBay message opens it in a new window. Okay, and then if it goes over here, it says basically the same thing. If you specify no returns or accept, no returns accepted on the management program, a buyer can still return an item even if it doesn't match the listing description, which would be item not as described. That's the way it goes, Then it goes over here. What happens if the eBay seller doesn't accept the return? Right over here. Right here. It goes on to say, if a seller doesn't respond to return requests, eBay, may refund the buyer and seek reimbursement from the seller without requiring the buyer to return the item to the seller. In some cases, we may automatically accept the return request on the seller's behalf. But you see, that's how it is. That's how eBay operates. So even if you put in there all sales final, no returns, according to this, if it falls under the eBay money back guarantee, that buyer is going to get it. Now you say, well, can you not offer that service? I think that's something that's embedded within the eBay system. So you can't ask me that. I don't know. I don't even bother putting that stuff because I offer free returns. Okay. What's the other one here? You get a lot of good information, and this is from eBay. If you look over here, it'll say www.ebay.com. Help policies, eBay money back guarantee. It's like that. Those are actual sites. When you click it on, it'll take you right here. Okay, and it'll bring you to this window, eBay money back guarantee. Now, if you're a new seller, or if you are a seasoned seller like myself, it's always good to learn the policies with this. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm being serious, because you may not now, but you may inquire some situation in the near future. So people should read this stuff, digress on it, and just be aware that when you're doing your descriptions, you may think twice about putting no returns accepted or all sales are final, whatever. You might want to think about it, because the way I understand it, unless I'm wrong, please correct me. Drop it in the comment below. Hey, Rich, you're wrong. You misunderstood. Hey, I'm a human being. I make mistakes too, but I go by what I read. Okay, and it goes on to say here. Frequently asked questions. Why does eBay when does eBay money back guarantee apply? This is what eBay tells you. You're covered under the eBay money back guarantee. Now, I believe this is in regards to the buyers. You don't receive the item. You receive an item that doesn't match the listing. You receive an item that's broken or faulty. Now, here's the other thing. I'm not saying it happens, but if something is not working properly, okay, don't try to pad it in there and say, well, maybe I'll sell it. Maybe person who knows. Let's say it's a picture or something that's got a little flaw or a nick or a chip on it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. When I list the Keurig coffee makers, merchandise, I'm very descriptive. I will point things out. I have a little red, like I said, a coffee stirrer, and I will use it as a pointer. And I will point out if it's got a scratch, a chip, a dip, whatever it may be, a nick in there. I will point it out to the buyer, but I also make the potential buyer aware that, hey, you know what the flaws are. Okay? Think about this prior to making a purchase. Don't buy it and then say when you get it, hey, this is scratched. This is cracked. It's got this, that, and the other thing on it. And then you want to send it back to me. Okay? You got to read the descriptions, folks. People got to read the description, and you got to be very definitive when you're doing it. Now, is that always going to work? Yes and no. It depends. People may say, wait a minute. Well, you just received the negative feedback. Yeah, and I had the negative feedback removed. Because the buyer didn't play by the rules. He had up to 30 days for a full refund. 30 days. And he waits over a month to give me a negative feedback. And I explained that to eBay, the customer service. And I believe that's why, in this particular case, they worked with me on it. Because I felt that it was duly unjust on the buyer's behalf. You don't buy something. And people say, well, Well, maybe after a month it broke. Hey, I offer 30-day returns. You know, the thing is, the buyer should have said when he bought it that day or whatever, unless he was busy or working night shift or whatever. If you're in a situation like that where you can't, test it right away, check it the next day. You're going to wait a whole month. You're going to tell me this guy waited a whole month for it to leak. Now, how do I know the guy didn't break it? How do I know he didn't abuse it? They didn't abuse the thing. Maybe they dropped it. I don't know. But I explained that to eBay, and they were able to work with me on it, and I'm glad they did. So people say, well, even if you're very definitive in your descriptions and you tell it like it is and you point all these flaws out, if it has flaws, you're going to tell me you're still going to... Well, there are going to be disgruntled buyers out there. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's not the first, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. But in all the years I was on eBay, I finally got one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at my feedback now, it's for yourself. That can't be altered by me, There's no trick photography here. There's no smoke and mirrors. Look at my feedbacks and you'll see what I'm talking about. Those are feedbacks that are left by satisfied customers that have purchased items from me. That's what I'm saying. And that's the other thing too. When I go to other people's, not that I'm on a scope for, I'm not in the hunt for these things, but if I go to a buyer, another seller's listings, I look to see if they're 100%, and there's a reason for it. If it's 100%, I just go skip over it. But if it's like 97 or 98, I go there. And it's a learn. This is how I learn. And I want to look at their negative feedbacks. And I think I talked about it once before. If I didn't, I don't know. Maybe I did. Like I said, I have over 1,000 videos, so I can't remember verbatim which ones I did. But I always say, if you're going to stay in this business, you could learn from other people's mistakes. If a buyer is reaching out to you after they purchased an item, I say this many times, respond to them as soon as possible. Now, if you're on your job and you got your iPhone with you, all right, maybe lunchtime, I'm not saying do it during working hours, but if a buyer responds to you, says, hey, I got a question for you. I bought this item from you, but I noticed this, that ain't working, whatever. Can you help me out? And then on your lunch break, you do your thing. Okay, you try to work something out with the buyer, whatever. And, let's say they get it. Let's say they don't. I would put on there, I would just tell the buyer, if I was readily available at the time to respond. It sounds to me it can't be replaced, fixed. Send it back and I'll give you a full refund. Now, when I look at people's negative feedbacks, buyer doesn't respond to seller buyer's questions, whatever. Never got a refund. Sent me the wrong item. Item was not as described. And these are some of the things that people putting in negative when you look at people's negative feedbacks. If that's not a turning point for you to learn from other people's mistakes, I don't know what is. And there's a whole gamut of them. There's a whole bunch of different ones like that. If you can't learn from other people's mistakes, forget it. And here's the other thing I say of mistakes. If a person makes a mistake, don't dwell on it. Learn from it and move on. You'll become better at it. When I do these videos, the Reseller News and Let's Talk eBay, I share that information with you guys out there. And the whole premise behind this here, with this YouTube channel, I call it the His Initiative, help, inspire, and share. That's what it's all about. I want to help you guys out there. I want to inspire you to never give up on your dreams. And I want to share information with you. For all intents and purposes, that's what this YouTube channel is all about. That's why I created it. In the beginning, it started off as a demo video. I used to do demo videos, sneak peek videos, and intro videos. I still do. But some of those older videos that I did, I get response to this day. Thank you for the video. Some people respond to it. Some people have questions for me, and but I still get responses from those videos that were back then. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to listing or taking even like photos, if you're going to stick with this business, again, be very definitive when you're doing your descriptions. Okay. Also, when you're taking pictures, there's two ways I take pictures. Here's a problem in some cases, right? Now, I use a white backdrop for everything. Right now, you can see a white backdrop, but the only thing I'm using on this one here, this is the Windows Filmora X. I can't use, colorful backdrops because for a simple reason is it doesn't work with a white screen. But in my descriptions, on my displays, when I do my listings for eBay, I have a trifold board I set up and I take pictures with it. Here's what I found. When you're taking flash photos, you're putting a flash on. That's why it's always good to take the pictures during day. Natural lighting is the best. Anybody will tell you. Right now, this backdrop is lit back here, the green or white screen. There's no lights back there. There's no high intensity lights coming this way or that way. There's no shadowing. There's no shadowing because it's natural lighting. Okay? When you're taking pictures, it's good to take it in natural lighting for the simple reason if you use flash will suppress certain things on it. If the thing had, like, let's say I'm doing a silver coffee pot, the flash will suppress if it's got scratches, hairline scratches, or chips or nicks or whatever in it. I would like to take the pictures with natural lighting and show it in its full virtual 3D standalone there, right there. You know what I'm saying? I want people to see that thing. And when I point out flaws, I don't want the flash to suppress it, because what happens when you use a flash with certain items, it kind of like whites it out. In other words, you can't see the flaws because the flash, But when you take it in natural lighting, it'll show everything in detail. That's what you do with the macro shooting too. When I put things up there, when I take pictures, if people look at my description sometimes for eBay listings, you'll notice sometimes the picture's a little darker, or in some cases they're lighter. The lighter is because I use the flash, but I only used it in accordance if the item is in good condition where I don't have to point things down. But for the most part, flashes will suppress, for me, this is my take, they will suppress any flaws in an item. A shiny item that's reflected whites, a black item, a red item, because it's flashing. It's gonna blemish the out. It's gonna fade those imperfections right out of it. So take pictures in natural lighting if possible. And when it comes to things, you make your description, keep it in front of you, folks. That's what I do. When I'm listing those Keurig coffee makers, I got them in front of me. I give them the once over. I check the inside, make sure nothing is moved around or anything's messed up in there. And I look at it. I give it the once over. Well, this is prior to putting up on eBay, of course. You're not going to after it's sold, then you're going to look at it? No, I mean, it does get a final inspection, but I'm saying prior to it, because you want the buyer to know everything about that item. And I'll pick it up, I'll look, is a chip here, whatever, prior to selling it. And then I will take a picture. Again, I'll take the little red coffee stick there, stick, and I will point it out and say, here, there's a chip over here, there's a scratch over here. And one of those, the lady that bought the two Keurigs, the blue is in like really, really clean condition, but the silver one did have scuff marks on it. And it did have some paint wear. And I told the buyer that there. They know. But I wanted them to not be surprised. So when he gets like, oh, he never, then that's when they can open up a case. Item not as described. And it goes as a strike on your seller account. As a defect, I believe. So be careful. All right. Let's bump out of here. All right. I think we already talked about that. This here, if you want to read more into this here, folks, read eBay's money back guarantee. Go to the eBay community chat board there or whatever, or just type in customer service, or just type in on the Google search eBay money back guarantee policy. All right, I want to close this window out here, and I want to close this out, and I want to share two sites, YouTube channels that may be of help to you, and they're eBay's. Okay, eBay also has the eBay for Business podcast, which I recommend you listen to. Matter of fact, today's Tuesday. they're going to have the new podcast. Right? They come out on Tuesdays. All right. But anyway, here is there's 2 YouTube channels you might want to subscribe to. You can see here, I'm subscribed. I'm supposed to be. Where am I? What happened here? Oh, well, I'm supposed to be here. It's subscribed. I was going to say, whatever. I know it's subscribed. There's eBay, right? Just the eBay YouTube channel. And then there's another one they have, eBay for Business. Now, I highly recommend that you subscribe to these channels if you're going to be an eBay seller. You get a lot of good information. At least I think so. See, I speak a lot on my own behalf because some people may beg to differ and say, I don't really get nothing out of this here, or it's not really helpful. I'm talking about like when you go to these eBay YouTube channels. You know, you may have a different perspective on it. But me personally, they do help. And that's why I'm sharing with you. And if you're not familiar with it, just check out, you know, when you go on YouTube, just type in the eBay for Business, and it'll bring you to this YouTube channel. Now, this one here has 13.4 subscribers, over 13,000 subscribers. So the channel's growing. I'm also subscribed. I'm also have it. I have it for all. Anytime they post stuff out, I have it for all. Okay, and the same thing with this one here. This one's for eBay. This has got 131,000 subscribers on here. So you may want to check this out as well. Really good information. If you got the time, check it out. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Check it out if you get the time. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, this is my channel right here. I want to get to my page here. I should have done it earlier. This is my home page. If you get a chance, music is going to come on here. I don't want that to come on. Get a chance. Like I said again, if you like the content I put out and you get a takeaway from it, folks, that is the most important thing with my YouTube channel, is that you guys get a takeaway from it. That is the most important thing. I'm going to be putting a lot of videos out about eBay. I also want to do a video on this thing I got here, my little Firetech Vimble. I want to do a little demo on it there. You know, show you what I got. I purchased that there. I talked about it, but I never really actually did a video on it. I just want to share that information with you guys, because not only do they do Let's Talk eBay and the reseller news, I'm also a vlogger. So, you know, I might vlog about things like that. But rest assured, one thing though, folks, it's business related. I don't want to take your time up. I don't want to waste your time. Your time is valuable. So when I put videos out, it's not to hinder you, it's to help you. Okay? That's what I want to do. And I'm going to share information with you guys out there. You know, the reseller news, I'm going to be talking about what's going on within e-commerce. People wonder, what's Let's Talk eBay about? Let's Talk eBay is about a situation that happened with me. My personal thing that happened with eBay, you know? And I'll share with you. It doesn't have to always be with me. It could be something I want to talk to you guys about, you know? I don't know. I'm thinking eventually changing this, call it e-commerce news instead of saying Let's Talk eBay reseller news, because people say, well, you got two different things here going on, you know. So I'm working on that there as well. But I might talk to you about photography, like the stuff I use to take my pictures, or the software I use to create my videos, or the software I use to make my website. Matter of fact, I just registered my website, my hosting. So, you know, it's here to help. I'm here to help you guys. And not only that, while I'm helping you guys out, when I'm sharing this information, it's a double win situation, because you're learning from it and I'm learning from it. So if you want to learn more about, you know, e-commerce business, eBay, Amazon, whatever, all different selling platforms, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated, so when I post any videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is January 19th, 2021. And I want to say in closing, if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.